Hello my lovelies, Captain TigerLily here, and I just wanted to give you guys a little update vlog on some stuff that's been happening. First things first, I got to see the Jacksepticeye live show when he came to Houston. It was amazing. Anybody who hasn't seen it yet, I don't know if the tour is over. I can't remember if there's a few more dates left or not. I think there's like 2 or 3 maybe, but it was so good. And it wasn't just one of those things where you could go and enjoy it if you're a fan. Like, anybody could have walked in there and still had fun with the jokes and stuff. It was great. Fantastic. And I would definitely have gone and seen that multiple times. Like, it was great. I loved it. Every minute of it. Second thing is, I just went and saw Ready Player One. Let me tell you something, okay? About the amazingness that is my nerdy brain sometimes. I went into this movie not knowing what to expect because I haven't read the book yet. I want to, and now that I've seen the movie, I'm probably going to within like the next month because it was amazing. But not having a preconception as to what this movie was really going to be, other than about a virtual reality, basically. I went into this movie not expecting a whole lot extra. I was completely blown away. It looks visually amazing. Like, it's so well done. The CG is fantastic. The worlds that are in this movie that you can explore, like, that the characters explore, is just, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I have too many words and not enough brain cells to process, okay? So I definitely enjoyed that movie way more than I thought I was going to initially. And I'm so glad I went to see it. So glad. See, Young and I went and we decided we were going to go on Easter because we were just like, well, we don't really want to just sit around the house. And he's like, hey, we could either go eat out somewhere or we could go to the movie theater that's by us, that's dine in, and we can go see Ready Player One. And I'm like, you really want to see this movie, don't you? So we did rock, paper, scissors for it, and we ended up going to see the movie, and I'm so glad we did. It was great. It was fantastic. If you haven't seen it yet, you need to go see this movie. Anybody, even remotely close to my age or older, is gonna love the nostalgia factor of it. Anybody remotely my age and younger who doesn't know a whole lot about like that 70s, 80s to early 90s kind of gaming and retro style is still gonna love the movie for how well it translates these older style games into a modern setting. It's so well done. I cannot stress that enough. It is so well done. So, there's that. The other thing I wanted to start doing is I kind of want to do like something kind of like a book, not like a book review, but more like a book suggestion kind of thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start going through some of my favorite books and telling you guys a little bit about it without like spoiling the stories or anything like that, so that you guys can experience the same things that I did when I read them. So I'm going to start with 2 that I absolutely loved. They're a little on the shorter side, but they are amazing books. So, the first book I want to talk to you about, I don't have the dust covers for either of these because they were not given to me with dust covers, but both of these were gifts, and this book is called The Bookstore Mouse. And for any of you who are thinking, no, this is not a ripoff of The Tale of Despereaux, okay? It's completely different. Also loved that book too. But it is a story about a little mouse who lives in a bookstore, who his daily routine consists of him avoiding the cat and eating delicious words. And it's about the adventures that he goes on and just everything that he experiences in here. And it's such a cute little book. And it's not a very difficult read for anybody who, you know, is a little younger and maybe doesn't read very much. It's only about 130 pages, so it's not very long. It didn't take me very long. It took me like maybe an hour to read the book. Like, I reread the book like 3 days ago, and it only took me like an hour to get through it. And I don't read as fast as I used to. Like, I used to be able to read like the first Harry Potter book in like 2 or 3 hours, so I can't read quite that fast anymore. My brain does not focus that long for reading as much as I'd like it to. But anyway, yes, this book it's a shorter read, but it's a really, really well written book, and it keeps the interest, how do I want to say it? It kind of keeps your attention focused on specific words with the way the writing style is. Like, I'll show you what I mean in here, because when he's talking about words, and there's little illustrations like all over the words, all over the pages. So like on here you can see some of the words are written like right here where it says like harsh words. It's like written harshly in a really like rough text, and like pointed remark is very like angular letters, and there's a lot of that throughout the books, throughout like the whole book, and I love that it's done that way because it makes it feel so much more engaging with the writing style. So definitely recommended. It's called The Bookstore Mouse, and it is by The Bookstore Mouse, and it is by Peggy Christian. I will leave a link down in the description if you guys want to go find this book. Okay? The next book is also not as long of a read, although the text is a little bit smaller. It is called One Perfect Gift. I don't have the dust cover for this one either. But this book is about a woman and her daughter who they kind of have nothing, and they have to move to this little town in, I think it's Colorado. Yeah, it's in, this whole book takes place in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and this woman moves to this really small town, and she kind of moves her and her daughter there, and they don't really have anything. Like, they don't really have any money. They don't have like any food, any clothes, anything, and they're just kind of stuck in this situation. And it's about everything that they go through with the family that they end up staying with. And it's just such a well written and heartwarming story. And it was actually given to me as a gift by my grandmother. She gave me this book, and oh god, how long ago was it? 2008, 2009, I think. It's been almost 10 years since I got this book, and still, every year around Christmas, I read this book at least once. It's such a good story. And it's one of those books that, even when you read it over and over again, it still hits you with almost a different message every time. Like, every time I've read it, because your life progresses, it means something different the next time you read it. And because it's not a very long story, it doesn't take you very long. This one is about 160 pages, so it's just a little bit longer, and the text is a little smaller. Like, here, I'll show you. Like, here, the text is a little smaller, but by comparison, the two books, like, this one's not quite as tall as the other one, so it's like squished down. But I loved this book so much from the first time I read it up until now. It hits within my top 10 standalone books. This one definitely does. The Bookstore Mouse doesn't quite fit in my top 10 standalone books, but it's pretty high up there. But yes, this one, it's called One Perfect Gift by Kathleen Morgan. I will also leave a link down in the description if you guys want to go check out this book. But I would highly suggest both of these books. They are so good. I cannot stress enough how much I loved both of those books. So, I want to know what you guys think of me doing this kind of book suggestion type video. So let me know down in the comment section what you guys think of this, and if there's any book suggestions that you have for me to look into. And if I've read them, I will let you know, because I have, like, basically I'm one of those people that when I'm older I want to have my own library room in my house. Okay, that's the kind of person I am. I'm that kind of nerd, and I'm okay with it. So yeah, I will leave all the links down in the description for you guys to go check out the books if you guys want to get them for yourselves. And I will be open to any book suggestions you guys have for me. So, that being said, This is Captain Tiger Lily. Until next time, my lovelies. Bye!